You shared with me something that I was very moving, but it's like a real snapshot of so much of the changes that we've seen communally, that the schools were begging people, please send your kids here. Now, sadly, nearly more than half a century later, it's almost the opposite. Schools, have to apply. You might not get in. You might not. What happened when you were in JEC?
So when I was in 8th grade, it's my 3rd year there, my father was not doing well in business.
Do you remember the ballpark year we're talking?
Sure, we're talking in 1967, 68.
Okay.
And we quietly enrolled in Thomas Jefferson Public High School. There was a request made for my transcripts. I was in the middle of 8th grade at JEC.
Because your father couldn't
afford it. It was $600 a year, and he was making $150 a week, and business was horrible. And my father received a phone call, and he was literally summoned by the Rav to be in his office at 3 p.m.
Rabbi Teitz, come in to his office.
And you didn't say no. And he didn't know Rabbi Teitz. Rabbi Teitz didn't know him. And he came to the office, and Rabbi Teitz looked at him. And this is the story my father related, and said, "You're not happy with us, Reb Shlomi?" And he said, "No, I didn't say I'm not happy." And he said, "Well, I have a request for your son's transcript here. He's leaving. Why is he leaving?" And my father didn't want to say he didn't have the money, so he beat around the bush for a while. And Teitz finally got out of him. My father said, "We can't afford it. I don't have $600. With that, Rabbi Teitz ripped up my transcript.
Ripped up the transcript.
Ripped it up and said to my father, "He's not your son anymore. He's my son. You're not depriving him of a Jewish education. I'm not giving him to you." And my father said, I can't do that. I can't take charity. And Rabbi Teitz said, "I'm not giving you. This is
your
a
father
Jewish
had too
education."
much. He didn't want a handout.
He was depressed enough that business was bad. He didn't want a handout. And Rabbi Teitz explained to him and said, "Can you pay $10 a month?" And my father said, "I can pay $20 a month." And with that, Rabbi Teitz dismissed him, stood him up. My father walked out. I used the word mushpal. I mean, really humiliated.
Humiliated.
And Rabbi Teitz put a hand on his shoulder and said, "Reb Shlomi, don't worry. From you, I'm going to get many tuitions." And that was the blessing of a tzaddik, because 3 years later, his tide turned, and he started raising money for the shul. He joined the board. He became president.
He wasn't able to just cover tuition. He was actually,
he raised millions of dollars for the shul. He
Wow.
they had an annual journal that did $15,000 a year. He took it over, and the journal did a minimum of $250,000 a year for the 20 years he ran it. And he got people to donate, and then as he made money, he donated and became chairman of the school.
But what's so amazing to me is that your father, through this, did he become Shomer Shabbos?
Never.
Yet he was very close with Rabbi Pinchas Teitz. And what, to me, the model that I find so moving is an Orthodox rabbi who takes deep concern and care, even in non-Orthodox Jews.
The rabbi created the board of the JEC. I'm thinking now of the members of the board, and I will say that if there was one Shomer Shabbos member on the board, that's a lot.
Wow.
He took the most powerful people in the community, people who were influential, people who had money too, people who were dedicated to Yiddishkeit and understood his mission. His mission was to spread Jewish education.
Because that's the next generation.
And he made everybody understand what my father learned when I was in 8th grade. Money is not the issue. We do not deny education. We have to reach out and find people and bring them in, not wait for them to come to us and ask.
Exactly.
We have to go out and look for people.
So what's so remarkable, and kind of is a perfect segue to the story that we're talking about now, is you